Alright, hello everybody, hi! Welcome to the night safari and to the creatures of the night presentation. So, are you guys feeling good tonight? Come on, let's try that one more time. Are you guys feeling good tonight? There we go, that was so much better. By the way, before we can start the show, there are a few very important messages that we need to share with everybody, so please listen up. Now, first of all, take a look at the three staircases that we have. Staircase number 1, number 2, and number 3. The ones the show starts, please remain seated. Do not move up and down these steps as we have animals coming up from all over this amphitheater. So please remain seated throughout the entirety of the show. Can we all do that? Fantastic! Now last but not least, and the most important message of all. As we all know, this is the night safari, and many of our animals here are nocturnal. That means any bright lights, any sudden flashes from the cameras may scare them, startle them, or even distract them during the show. So here's where we need to have to make sure all of the flashlights and all of the spotlights are all switched off. Can we do that for the welfare of our animals? Now, since it is such an important message, I want to get this message across to as many of you as possible. And the way I'm going to do that is by translating this message into a few different languages that I've read. Alright, let's start with the Mandarin language. Do we have any Mandarin speaking guests? 大家晚上好，晚上好，请不要用反光灯好不好？好，谢谢你们。Alright, moving on. Do we have any Malay speaking guests? Selamat malam. Selamat malam. Selamat malam. Tolong jangan menggunakan flash kamera anda, boleh? Boleh. Terima kasih, terima kasih. Alright, last but not least, the most difficult one for me. Do we have any Tamil speaking guests in the house? Tamil speaking guests. Waalaikumsalam. Waalaikum. Okay, let me try this, alright? Diver செய்து புகைப்படம் எடுக்கும் பொழுது flash பயன்படுத்தாதீர்கள். Jika நன்றி. Thank you guys so much. Now, do you believe me when I say even after all these translations, we will still see flashes during the show? Now, here's what we can all do, alright? At any point during the show, if you see anybody near you with their flashes still switched on, just try your very best to get their attention and very kindly remind them to switch it off. Now, with that out of the way, this is one last question then. Are you guys ready for the show? Come on guys, I can't start the show like that. One more time, people, are you guys ready for the show? Very well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the creatures of tonight will be on the prowl.
Wow. Oh my gosh, it's so dark. So dark.
The night fall. Two worlds. One of sunlight, the other moonlight. Blend into one. Animals of the common pool search for their last food before heading back.
So cute.
Digging with sharp claws in searching for his favorites. Insects, worms, snails, and even surprise eggs. Once satisfied, he will return to the trees and settle for the night. As the animals settle down to sleep, the forest comes to life. Hidden among the shadows, nocturnal animals emerge from the dark silhouettes of the forest. With a body striped to provide perfect camouflage, a fishing cat appears along the riverbank. This cat loves to swim and dive underwater, and he wears a layer of short fur so dense that water cannot penetrate. It is this layer that will keep him warm and dry, even in chilly water.
Now he likes going in the water.
Everybody, this is Marco, our fishing cat. Fishing cats are rapidly disappearing, due to habitat loss and poaching, they deserve our protection before their quiet concept disappears forever. Now, very good evening and welcome to the world of the night renegades. I've often been asked, how do nocturnal animals survive? Well, all-night creatures have unique adaptations for survival in the forest. For example, the binturong. Shaped in color, they are almost invisible at night. With their excellent eyesight and quiet ways of moving through the dense forest of Asia, they are able to pounce on small mammals easily. Now, birds' eggs happen to be their favorite food, but they also feed on fish, fruits, and also other small mammals. The one very unique adaptation that these civet possess, which hopefully Nana will show us tonight, would be they're very long and very powerful. Put your hands out there, and there we go, have a big round of applause for Julia. Our binturong for tonight. Now that tail is extremely powerful and is able to support its entire body weight. Now for Narnia's case, he is about 14 kilograms, so you can see just how powerful that tail actually is. Alright, look at Narnia, is anything? How about a big round of applause for Narnia? Our binturong once again. Now while the civets like the binturong rely on their very keen sense of smell for survival, other nocturnal animals rely on their very acute hearing power. For example, we have the owls. Now everybody focus your attention to your turn, staircase. Coming down with Alicia, we have Oscar, our Eurasian eagle owl. Now Eurasian eagle owls, as the name suggests, can be found in Europe and also in some parts of Asia. And let's not forget our very, very noisy bulan right here on First Games. A bulan right here is a Malay fish owl, otherwise known as the puffy fish owl. Now Malay fish owls can be found in Southeast Asia and they're one of the most common owl species you can find right here in Singapore. The owls are known to be the quietest raptors in the world when it comes to their flight. Does anybody agree now? Who says that these owls are very quiet when they fly? Raise your hands. Who says yes? Alright, now we're going to demonstrate just that. But for that we need everybody to please remain seated. Make sure your flashlights are all switched off and focus your attention to Bulan. Alright Bulan, whenever you're ready. There we go, wasn't that a very beautiful flight? That was big, all of y'all saw Bulan. Oh, the lady, oh once again. Now, as Bulan flew over your head, did you realize that its wings actually made no sound at all? Now, they can do that because they have softened edges along their wingtips. Now, this allows them to fly very, very silently over fields and meadows, and their prey will not even hear them coming. Now, here's another rather interesting fact about an owl like Bulan. Now, an owl is able to consume up to 1,000 rats in a single year. Now, this is very important because the act as a biological control to help to control the population of rodents. Now, this specific adaptation is very, very important, especially in the agricultural sector. There we go, a very beautiful flight back to the trainer. There we go, how about a big round of applause for Bulan, our Malay fish owl. And let's not forget our trainers. Now, I've not forgotten about our lovely Oscar right here. Now, before I proceed, let me ask you guys one question, right? Does anybody here know how many degrees an owl like Oscar can rotate its head? Now, can you just shout my answers? How many degrees?
260.
Alright, here 360. Do we have any here? 270. What about this side? A little bit quiet this side.
260.
How many degrees? 280. Alright, now the correct answer is actually 270 degrees. Now for anybody who said 270 degrees, you can give yourself a big round of applause. Now, an owl like Oscar can rotate its head left to right 270 degrees without moving its body at all. And today we're going to show you just that, alright? Alright, so Sheena, once you're ready, take it away. Alright, now all the way to the right. Let's see if you can turn all the way to the right. There we go, that's 270 degrees. Now I think that was a little quick, right? You guys want to see one more time? Yeah, come on, alright, come on Sheena, one more time for everybody. Alright, now all the way to the right. Just a bit more. And there we go, that's 270 degrees once again. But Oscar, our Eurasian eagle owl. Now in owl's eyes are not like us humans. They can move their eyes left to right or up and down. So, to be able to compensate, they need to rotate their heads 270 degrees to have a good look at their surroundings. Now they can do that because not only do they have a very long and very flexible neck, they also have twice the amount of neck vertebrae compared to us humans. As humans, we have 7, and these owls have a very impressive 14 neck vertebrae. There we go. Oscar showing off his very beautiful wingspan right there. And with that, looks like they're gonna about to headbang. How about a big round of applause for Oscar? Our Eurasian eagle owl. We also have Sheena, our human being. There we go. Now, from the kings of the skies, let's now move on to the African continent, shall we? Now for this next segment, we're going to meet up with one of the smallest species of felines you can find in the desert of Africa. Now a gentle reminder once again, if the animal comes close to you, please remain seated and do not reach out to touch them, okay? Now everybody focus your attention to the right-hand side of the stage. Coming up very soon will be a very cute animal by the name of Zaire. And Zaire is our very own fennec fox. The fennec fox have a very large ear to body ratio. They have these large ears measuring up to 6 inches in length. Now they use these large ears to listen for the prey hidden underneath the surface of the ground or in crevices, making them very difficult animals to catch. Now do not be fooled by this dainty little fox. Now these foxes can jump up to 1 meter in height and spring forward 1.2 meters. Just like that to be the captive prey or avoid predators. Now those very large ears that Zaire has, not only are they very helpful when to hunt, they are also very useful to help dissipate any excess heat in the very harsh desert of Africa. Alright, looks like Zaire will be leaving us very soon, so how about a big round of applause for Zaire? Our fennec fox animal trainer, Miss Kenzie. Now, with the fennec fox, we showcase one of the smallest species of felines that you can find in the deserts of Africa. Now for this next segment, we're going to show you an animal that is much, much larger. But a gentle reminder once again, please remain seated. A famous hunter from the African continent. This animal possesses a human sense of smell, able to detect carcasses from many miles away. The largest of the hyena species. This is the spotted hyena.
What's that?
They are powerful dogs, able to stop wolves, even less of an elephant. With an excellent digestive system, they are able to digest some highest flesh, including the skin, teeth, bones, horns, and even the hooves. Spotted hyenas are very social animals, and they live in groups called clans, and each clan and it was a big network. Fully grown, they can measure up to 1.8 meters. The average height of more than a human being. Now many people think the hyenas belong in the canine family due to their dog-like features, but in fact, they are more closely related to the cats. Now Now, speaking of cats, another African hunter that will be joining us very soon will be the slender billed serval. Now, they resemble a miniature cheetah, except for their relatively smaller body. Now, everybody keep your eyes peeled to the exhibit. We will be joined by a very beautiful looking cat rather soon. And everybody meet... Hey, this is not the animal, by the way. This is our trainer, Miss Kenzie, setting the stage for a very beautiful serval that will be coming out. Now, like I said, keep your eyes peeled to the exhibit. Very soon we will be joined by none other than Shami, our African serval. Now these servals are very skilled at probing into holes using the long and slender forepaws to dig for animals and pull it out to eat. Now our trainer right here is holding on to a lure, which is essentially a feather attached to the end of a stick to kind of resemble a bird. So what we're trying to do is to showcase a serval's actual hunting behavior in the wild, where they will pounce and swipe and jump to catch the prey. Let's see if Shami can catch the bird tonight. Come on, Shami, you got this, right behind you. There we go, almost there. Come on, right behind you. Oh, maybe not tonight. Looks like Shami has just had a bang. How about a big round of applause there for Shami, our African serval. Thank you, guys. Now, if you happen to have a good look at the back of Shami's ears, you might notice black and white markings. Now, these black and white markings behind Shami's ears are known as oxaline, and they act... What? For you? No. I'm sorry, can I have some lights, please? I'm sorry, we have a missing animal in the amphitheater now. I'm sorry, this is not a drill. Everybody just remain calm, alright? Just look between your legs. Okay, it should be a very small animal. This size. Just look between your legs. If you see anything, just like... What's that? What's that, Sheena?
There.
What? Nice shoes? Sheena, we're looking for a missing animal. Not nice shoes. I'm so sorry, guys. She is very, very new here. Can you just go to the back? You are not helpful at all. Okay, just all the way to the back. I'm so sorry, guys. I think we still have a missing animal here. Everybody just kind of look between your legs. If you see anything near you, guys.
It's here.
What's this? Oh, it's you then. Are you the missing animal? Oh, everybody, you all saw him earlier, right? This is Toffee, our common raccoon. What are you doing out here, buddy? Everybody's looking for you. Now I'm sure he is out here to show you his very unique adaptation, which will be his very dexterous paws. Now, to have dexterous paws means that these animals are actually very skilled. They're using their paws to manipulate stuff, just like the lid of this container right here. Now, in the wild, these raccoons should not come across containers like this, but they do hunt for crustaceans like prawns and also crabs. So what they will first do is use those very dexterous paws to catch that thing. They will then pull apart that shell and eat the very juicy flesh. Now, it makes me wonder what we have in this bin right here that got the attention of Toffee. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's see what we have. Look like we have a lot of common everyday items, such as plastic bottle, we have paper carton, we also have tin can. Now all these items would disappear if we started using items made out of recycled material, just like this very cute water bottle, which you can purchase at the Night Safari retail store after the show. Now all these items come from nature in one way or another.